ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣಪತಿ ಶಾರದಾ ಗುರುಭ್ಯೋ ನಮಃ. ಚರಿತಂ ರಘುನಾಥಸ್ಯ ಶತಕೋಟಿ ಪ್ರವಿಸ್ತರಂ ಏಕೈಕಮಕ್ಷರಂ ಪುಂಸಾಂ ಮಹಾಪಾತಕನಾಶನಂ. In this part of the Ramacharithamanasa story, Saint Tulasidasa explains about how Ramacharithamanasa is considered as the great story of Sri Rama and how Ramacharithamanasa depicts the story of Rama. Welcome to all of you. The story of Sri Rama is the river Mandakini which washes the foot of Chitrakuta. Fearless heart is Mount Chitrakuta, one of the happy resorts of Sri Rama during his wanderings in the forest. While pure love, says Tulasidasa, is the woodland in which Sita and Rama carry on their divine pastimes. The narrative of Rama is a lovely wish yielding gem and a graceful adornment for saintly wisdom. The horse of virtues possessed by Sri Rama are a blessing to the world and bestowers of liberation, riches, religious merit, and the divine abode. They are true teachers of wisdom, dispassion, and yoga, which is contemplative union with God, and celestial physicians, Ashwini Kumaras, for the fell disease of metapsychosis, parents of devotion to Sita and Rama, and the seed of all holy vows, practices, and observances, antidotes for sin, agonies, and griefs, and beloved guardians in this as well as in the next world. Valiant ministers to King Reason and the veritable Agastya, bringing up the illimitable ocean of greed, young lions residing in the forest of the devotee's mind to the story of Sri Rama reside as young lions in the forest of devotees' mind to kill the herd of elephants which are in the shape of lust, anger, and impurities of the Kali age. They are dear to the story of Rama is dear to Lord Shiva, the slayer of the demon Tripura, as a highly respectable and most beloved guest. And wish yielding Rama's story is a wish yielding cloud quenching the wild fire of indigence. Rama's story spells and valuable gems, as it were, for counteracting the venom of serpents in the form of sensuous enjoyments and efface the deep marks of evil destiny contained on the forehead. This story of Ramacharithamanasa are the sunbeams, as it were, dispelling the darkness of ignorance and clouds nourishing the paddy crop in the form of devotees. It's a tree of paradise, as it were, yielding the object of one's desire. It is easily available for service and gratifying like Vishnu and Shiva. Its stars, as it were, adorning the autumnal sky in the shape of the poet's mind, and the very life's treasure for the devotees of Sri Rama. And it is a rich harvest of enjoyments, as it were, yielded by the totality of one's meritorious deeds and sincerely devoted to the good of the world, like holy men, sporting in the mind of devotees as swans in the Manasa Sarovara lake, and purifying as the waves of holy Ganga. The horse of virtues possessed by Sri Rama are like blazing fire to consume the dry wood of evil ways, fallacious reasoning, mischievous practices, deceit, hypocrisy, and hearsay prevailing in Kali. The exploits of Sri Rama are delightful to one and all, even as the rays of the full moon. They are particularly agreeable and highly beneficial to the mind of the virtuous who can be who can be compared to the white water lily and kakora, that is chakora bird. I shall now relate at some length the seed of the story, namely how goddess Bhavani, that is Parvati, questioned Lord Shankara and how the latter answered her questions, weaving a strange narrative round this episode. Let no one who should happen not to have heard this anecdote before be surprised to hear it. Wise men who hear this uncommon legend marvel not, for they know there is no limit to the stories of Sri Rama in this world. They are convinced in their heart that Sri Rama has bodied himself forth in diverse ways, and that the Ramayana, though consisting of 1,000 million verses, is yet infinite. Great sages have diversely sung the charming stories of Sri Hari, relating as they do to different kalpas or cycles. Bearing this in mind, the reader should not entertain any doubt and should hear this narrative reverently and with devotion. Rama is infinite are his virtues, and the dimensions of his story are also immeasurable. Those whose thoughts are pure and will therefore feel no surprise when they hear the story. Putting away all doubts in this way and placing on my head the dust from the lotus feet of my preceptor, I supplicate all with joined palms once again, so that no blame may attach to the telling of the story. Reverently bowing my head to Lord Shiva, I now proceed to recount the fair virtues of Sri Rama. Placing my head on the feet of Srihari, I commence this story in the Samvat year 1631, according to the Vikramashaka. On Tuesday, the 9th of the lunar month of Chaitra, this story shed its luster at Ayodhya. On this day of Sri Rama's birth, the presiding spirits of all holy places flocked there. So declare the Vedas, and demons, nagas, birds, human beings, sages, and gods come and pay their homage to the Lord of Raghus. Wise men celebrate the great birthday festival of Sri Rama and sing the sweet glory of Sri Rama. Numerous groups of pious men take dip in the holy water of Sarayu river and visualizing in their heart the beautiful Swati form of Sri Rama, mutter and repeat his name. The very sight and touch of Sarayu, a dip into its water or a draught from it cleanses one's sin. So declare the Vedas and Puranas. Even Sharada, the goddess of learning, with her pure intelligence, cannot describe the infinite glory of this most sacred river. Beautiful town of Ayodhya grants an abode in Sri Rama's heaven. It is celebrated through all the worlds and is the holiest of the holy. There are countless living beings in this world belonging to the four species, namely viviparous, oviparous, sweat-born, and those shooting from the earth. That means the mammals and those who born out of the egg, and the minute ones which are born out of our sweat, and the trees and plants which born out of the earth proceeds. Whoever of these shed their mortal coil, that is, their mortal body in Ayodhya, are never born again, knowing the town to be charming in every way, bestower of all forms of success, and a storehouse of blessings. I commence writing this sacred story there. The impulses of lust, arrogance, and hypocrisy positively disappear from the mind of those who hear it. One derives solace by hearing its very name, Ramacharithamanasa, the Manasa lake of Sri Rama's exploits, the elephant of our mind, which is being scorched by the wild fire of sensuous enjoyments, is sure to get relief should it drop into this lake. The holy and beautiful Ramacharithamanasa is the delight of sages. It was conceived by Shambhu, Lord Shiva. It puts down the three kinds of errors, sorrow, and indigence, and uproots all evil practices and impurities of the Kali age. Having conceived it, the great Lord Shiva treasured it in his mind till when a favorable opportunity presented itself, he communicated it to his consort Shiva, that is Parvati. Therefore, after due consideration, Lord Hara joyously gave it to the excellent title of Sri Ramacharithamanasa. I repeat the same delightful and charming story. Hear it reverently and attentively, O noble souls. Thus, Saint Tulasidasa here explains the birth of Sri Ramacharithamanasa as a story of Sri Rama, and in the following chapter, he will recite the glory of the story. Namaste Sharada Devi, काश्मीरपुरवासिनि त्वामहं प्रार्थये नित्यं विद्यादानं च देहि मे कृपाय
श्रीरामचन्द्र कृपाल भज मन हरण भव भय दारुणं श्रीरामचन्द्र कृपाल भज मन हरण भव भय दारुणं श्रीराम 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 श्रीराम